Okay. We are live, finally. Sorry, me and Louie had to kind of chit chat off camera real quick, but welcome to Live, Learn, Let Go. It's been a minute since I've been on here. We are today hanging out with our friend Louie, and we're going to get to know Louie behind the player, the host, and of course, Poonanhi. I'm so excited to get to know you a little bit more behind the games. The ORG world, often when we play games with each other, it's just casual talk to get to know each other in the game, to play the game together, but it's never enough on a deeper level. And a lot of us play these games back to back to back, and we don't really step outside of our comfort zone to really chit chat to get to know each other. So I'm so excited for everyone to meet Louie.
Hi, y'all. Y'all, because I'm Texan. I am from Houston, Texas. I'm 27 years old. You might know me now as Louie, but I am better known as Poonanhi because that's what the fuck I do. I am at your cervix. So if you ever need anything, please reach out. I'm very loving, very kind. But we will be getting into the real side, I guess, of me from what Jess has explained to me. And I'm super excited to be vulnerable and real with you guys. I hope that everyone is accepting and kind back to me because with a lot of this podcast being about mental health, I want to make sure that I'm heard, but you guys also feel represented. Like you can connect to me.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Thank you so much for that introduction. You took off 4 of my questions right off the bat. um, but what do you do outside of the reality gaming world and hosting?
So, other than annoy my boyfriend, I am a registered behavior technician. So, I work with kids with autism from about 2 to 10, actually 11 as of last week. And yeah, it's just been like a life-changing opportunity and job. I've been there for 5.5 years, and I've learned so much, and I feel like I've become greater.
I love that. So, what's something people wouldn't guess about you?
I'm actually fluent in American Sign Language.
Oh, shut
Yeah.
up. Can you give us
So
an introduction? Like, can you sign like a brief 15 to 20-second introduction about yourself and speak it while you sign if you don't mind?
okay. I will say, hi, my name is Louie. My sign name is Louie, but it's like this because designer is this, and I
Okay.
wanted to be a fashion designer. And fun fact, you can actually only get your sign name from a deaf person or hard of hearing person.
Oh,
Yes.
cool.
So, I love Jess and pizza.
Well, I love you too, Louie. I don't know how to sign that,
I
but
love you too.
okay. That's cool. My daughter, she's 15. You've heard me talk about her a lot, and she is actually learning sign language this year.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm
Well, if she
glad
needs
they
help with anything, please message me.
I will because she has the little bit of like learning delay like I have where it takes her a couple
Yeah,
of times to learn something before she
same.
actually grasps on it. So it would be fun for her to learn from someone who's just so fluent and so energetic like you. So if she needs any help, I'll
I
send you your
love sign language.
That's awesome. So, have you ever thought about getting a job within the sign language community?
So I actually did want to become an interpreter as a side gig and then eventually sign at concerts and festivals,
Mhm.
as well as like press conferences and like big meetings and events. And I just kind of decided that it wasn't something that I felt I could do specifically for very odd reasons. Like in the sign world, like you have to have like the perfect hands. You can't like have any form of deformity. Like you can, but a big part of sign is like being able to interpret to the person who doesn't know what's being said because they physically cannot hear it.
Yeah.
So a big part of it is being able to like use your hands 100% perfectly. And I've been through the trenches with these hands. I've bent my middle finger completely in half, like been attacked by a dog. My
Yeah.
hands are just not for sign language interpretation.
Well, I think it's probably one of the best skills that you probably could ever have, honestly. You could pull it out of your tool belt anytime you need. I had no idea. I think
Yeah.
I've known you for about 2.5 months now. I had no idea
Hmm.
you knew how to do sign language until right now. So that is such
Yep.
an interesting fact about you.
Thank you.
So, speaking of reality games, that's how we met each other, is on, I'm sure it's from one of Luke's games.
Yes.
Mr. Lukey Pookie. We love and hate him sometimes. Hi, Luke. But I met him during my very first LRG in Columbus, Ohio, and he approached me for an alliance. And then maybe about a month later, he messaged me on Instagram, was like, "Hey, I'm gonna host a game. Do you want to play?" I was like, "Why the heck not? I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but sounds fun." And here we are today. So how did you get into these reality games? Because I met it from Luke. So did someone introduce you, or did you just stumble upon it one random day?
So yeah, I actually, fun fact, started my ORG um, journey in the LRG community. So I actually did an
Cool.
LRG first, and I actually hosted one first.
Oh,
So
how
I
fun.
hosted, yeah, I hosted Traders Texas in Houston, Texas, with 24 of my best friends. Well, a bunch of my best friends, and then we did have some of their friends, just to kind of diversify the cast and make sure people don't know everyone.
Yeah.
And then we did do season two, and I was a player. I was a lovely sixth alternate, and I was a faithful. But I got into my ORG community by starting on TikTok, and I found this Snapchat, and the person ended up actually having a mental um, breakdown, like completely just out of body experience, like had to go away, like just was not mentally good in the moment. And we all related to her, but that it was just that's it. And I got fifth. We did finish the season, so like I'm glad she got to experience like finishing it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was a very rough experience, and it put me off because I just know what I go through on a day to day mentally, and I did not want to be in that headspace ever again,
Yeah.
because I could relate to her. And so I took a little break, and then one day I actually met this person that I've seen on an LRG named Big Motherfucking CT.
Hey, CT.
And yes, he is an icon, a king of
Mhm.
his own right and stature. He's amazing. And he actually had posted something for one of the communities. And I was like, I can't play tonight, but I would love to play like soon. Like, how do I do that? And he
Yeah.
added me in, and then he posted another one, and I slid up, and the rest is history. Now I play almost every day, and I do host my own show. Jess won season one of the Winning Wheel, her first ORG win, and I'm
Yeah.
glad it was under me. And then I
When
also
you said
host
my name, my
Traders.
heart melted because I could tell you were like emotional about it. You're like,
I was so
yes.
ecstatic. You have no idea. And I loved like both you and Zach, but
I know. I
me and you
really
have
didn't
like a
know.
bond like no other.
Oh, yeah, but I really didn't know where the votes were gonna go. I thought Zach might have had it just because he's been in the community a tad longer than me.
Yeah,
But I know his win is coming really soon for
it
sure.
is.
He is such an icon in the community as well.
Yes, I do love Zach.
And I do have an interview on my YouTube channel with him as well. I sat down with him just like I did with Poonanhi. So if you're interested, go to the YouTube link and check it out. He shares
Period.
his journey with bipolar disorder and as well as borderline personality disorder, which are two mood disorders that we will actually discuss a little bit later. So, what have these games taught you about yourself?
So they have taught me a little bit about what it's like to be a part of a community where everyone is very similar to you. I feel like everyone is loud, dramatic, extra, outgoing, and just authentically real in themselves. So I just feel like it's brought that sense of like clarity of like, okay, I am who I'm supposed to be for a reason. Like these are the people that unconditionally accept me for who I am. And I'm just very
Mhm.
thankful and grateful. Obviously to you too, because you are a part of
Yes.
the people. There are some people who um, are awful human beings and put you down and try to shut you out and make you feel like an outcast. And I've experienced that in the ORG community relatively recently, actually.
Yeah.
And
Talk all
it's
about it,
put
Poonanhi.
right, and it's put me in a position of, do I belong? And I hate that feeling because I say things when, and we'll get into this later, as just said, but with my mental disorders, I experience emotions a lot differently and a lot more harsh and unrealistically.
Indeed.
And deep, and I say things that are deep, and I cut below the belt when someone cuts below the belt first. Like
Mhm.
I will never be the person to say something extremely nasty first unless you've done something nasty first. It's got to be it's a response that I have. It's a trigger.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't get that. So whenever I'm arguing with someone and they say I'm a nasty person, like I just want to remind them like I have to be triggered to be nasty. So
Yeah.
you're the nasty person. Like, and
Mhm.
I know there is reflection on my end, but I am aware. And I feel like these people that I'm going against in these moments are not aware. And it triggers
Exactly.
me even more. And I say things that I should not say.
But you're very, very well aware of it, and generally you come back from it and you apologize and you recognize it in a moment instead of some people they don't generally own up to things that they say or the actions that they do. And we have to keep in mind that this is a community of love and it's a community of escape from the everyday reality of things that we have going on. So when these kind of conversations happen and people are so like I like to just say mean to each other because I don't know what else to say, you know what I mean? Like people can just be so mean and say things that are so cruel to people that it's almost like they think they can just come into this community, say what they want to say and not have any repercussions and not have any accountability for what you're saying and doing. And that's not how this goes in this community. You will be put in your spot like that. If you don't stay in your lane or if you say one wrong thing, someone's going to call you out for that.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually the most blessing and a curse of the community. You know what I mean? Like you're going to be caught out on things, but you're going to learn and you're going to grow and you're going to adapt through every single
Yep.
game and every single conversation and everything that we go through. So with that being said, you told me a little bit about something that had happened. I'm going to let you talk a little bit more about that before we move on because we're going to talk about Poonanhi next, and I don't want to carry this over into Poonanhi's world. Is there anything that you kind of want to highlight on to get it off your chest a little tiny bit? You know, our community is watching, so the floor is yours.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not the type of, and I'm going to be myself per
Of course.
usual. I'm not the type of bitch to throw out names and do that and do this. Like, I'm not going to go behind your back and be nasty about you. I'm a real ass bitch. I'm loyal as fuck. If you play an ORG or even my real friends, like, not real friends, real life friends, that I see weekly, monthly, even yearly, they know that I'm a loyal ass bitch. I will fight for someone. I will ride for someone. If you're at, I've literally picked up a best friend in jail before.
Oh my
Like, got arrested. She was like 22, and I felt scared for her, so I
gosh.
went and got her. Someone else could have got her, but that's just the type of person I am. I ride for my bitches.
You hosted an ORG in support of your friend Miguel, who was detained. As
Yes.
well. So you really go out for your friends and you do a lot for the people you love. So I've definitely experienced it firsthand.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And that is actually one of the things that has touched me recently is like that benefit for Miguel is seeing everyone show up and be loyal back to me. Like they don't know him from a can of paint. And Miguel has just recently got out and I'm just so grateful. And we've been in contact and he's just beyond thankful for everything. And like
Oh, good.
we're going to make this transition for him into a new life. a better life. Like, there's no need to downgrade. Like, he's such
Yeah,
a great person that he deserves the best.
absolutely. And if you want to see a replay of that, we will at the end of the live attach the YouTube link because there is a YouTube of it. So you
Yes.
can watch the whole game play out. It was a lot of drama, a lot of fun. But if you also want to donate, the GoFundMe is still up, correct?
Correct. And you
So
can
we'll
actually,
attach the link to that as well. But if you know it off the
correct.
top of your head, please go ahead and say it.
So I don't have it in my bio currently
Okay.
because I'm really bad with everything. So if you go to Hannah Santana on Instagram, she is one of my favorite drag queens, and personal best friends. Literally love her. She's amazing. She had a benefit for Miguel, a drag show, and it was amazing. And they raised so much money.
Love it.
You can go to her Instagram, HANNASANTANNA.
Awesome. Okay, awesome. So we will also attach the links once we're done with everything. But in the meantime, if you want to donate and your heart is where you want to find it, just head to Hannah's Instagram. So there has been so many questions I have for you in regards to Poonanhi.
Hold on.
Oh my goodness. So we can't have you here without getting to know Poonanhi. There's so much more here, to drag than the makeup and the costumes. There's a story behind the person and you're creating. So who is Poonanhi?
Well, me, of course. I
Of course.
am your favorite personality hire. Like I said earlier, I am at your cervix. So that is Poonani's whole slogan, whole tagline, everything. And she is just a fierce ass bitch who can't dance, can't sing, can't act, can't be funny, intentionally funny, and has no talent. So she's basically a bum, but she's your favorite bum. And I have a lot of confidence when I'm Poonanhi Purr, and that's on Purr. I just feel like it's like a relief. Like I just fully get to be authentic and let the diva out because I am a full on diva.
I love that. Where did you get the name from?
So it actually comes from, fun fact, Hannah Santana's husband, who is another one of my best friends, obviously. His name is Raul, and he had said, okay, I'm just gonna say it. My original drag name, I don't even know if you know what the second part of it is. If you're watching, Jess, also, please do not look it up if you don't know what it is. So my OG drag name was Bobby Bukaki, double B, double K. If you don't know what that is, again, do not look that up. So yeah, Poonanhi came from Raul.
Love it.
And
Love the
originally,
backstory.
yeah, like it was supposed to be like, Punani, but I wanted to create some of it myself because
Yeah,
I'm an independent woman.
of course.
So I decided to spell it Poohnani because my grandmother who passed, our thing was Winnie the Pooh.
Oh,
And
I
I
was just about to
also,
mention it reminds me of Winnie the Pooh.
I know, right? I love, love, love Winnie the Pooh.
Me
So
too.
Poonani, and I shit on you bitches. Period.
Literally perfect.
And then Purr because that's what the fuck I do.
So, how long have you officially been Poonanhi for?
So I am reaching 4 months, actually. I am very new to this, not true to this.
Well, you are rocking it.
Thank you. But I am very true to myself. So.
Yeah.
And see, the hand comes out when I'm Poonanhi.
So, speaking of yourself, what's it like seeing yourself fully transform into Poonanhi? Because you go from who you are as Louie to a complete transformation. And I love seeing the photos, but I'm wondering what it's like being in your shoes.
So it is a complete transformation. I go from ghoul to girl. And, and I feel like it just recenters myself. I feel very much connected to both sides of my masculinity and femininity when I'm in drag. And because when I'm out of drag, I feel like I'm just a gay, that's
Mhm.
it. And when I'm in
That's
drag,
not it. You're
I'm a
freaking
grown
motherfucking
woman.
Louie. Do not dumb
Period.
yourself down. Do
You're
not do
right.
that for 1 second.
You're
But
right.
I know what that's like. But I know how. Oh my gosh. So, anyways, continue.
So yeah, that's just kind of where everything has me in regards to Poonanni. She just brings out the Louie that has always been kind of suppressed because like
Mhm.
I love my family, but that is a big part of everything. So
Yeah.
like yeah.
So you've talked about how Poonanni brings a different side of Louie out, but exactly how different are Louie and Poonanni?
I would say that I am very much 90% the same. I
Okay.
would say I have all the same mannerisms, but I'm more confident as Louis. I feel like as Poonani, I get in my head. I'm very, very, very anxious that um just to be very open.
Mhm.
If I get emotional, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Please do.
Um, I was hate crimed about 8 years ago. No, I would say about 5 or 6 years ago.
I'm
And I
so
was with some,
sorry.
thank you, I appreciate that. But yeah, it was a very scary moment. I was with some coworkers of mine and a car pulled up and there were 5 people in it and they went to their trunk and pulled out 5 bottles or yeah, 5 jugs or bottles of motor oil and drenched me and like they were gonna light me on fire. And the only thing that saved my life that day was that I we had called the ambulance because my friend was blacked out drunk and she wasn't like responsive. She was breathing, but she wasn't responsive. And so I like told them after they drenched me, I was like, that ambulance that you hear is like coming right here, right now. So y'all like might want to go before things get like worse for y'all.
Oh
And
my
so like they
God.
left and like I'm just glad. So as Louis,
Oh,
I've experienced that. So I feel like I know what to expect. I thankfully was not touched because that's what scares me. Like I can fight. Like I will
you
run.
you were
You know
touched in a
me.
different way. I know you can
Yeah,
fight, but
exactly.
the
I was
fact
like,
that you were a spark away is
exactly like
terrifying.
that.
Absolutely fucking terrifying. What the
So,
fuck?
yeah. So I was like,
Where was this
honestly,
at? Do you mind saying?
no, it was at 77 Degrees Bar in Houston. I think they're closed down now. I don't know. But it was right outside in that parking lot, a bar. And yeah, it was very terrifying. And obviously, like I said, I was Louis, so I've experienced that as him, as
Yeah.
me. But in the same breath, Poonani has not experienced that. And it's a new world being a drag queen in like it honestly does scare me for like other drag queens, but not even that, like for my trans brothers and sisters, because I couldn't even imagine like this the fright that that's just ingrained in their mind because
Yeah.
they're forced to be scared. And that's how I feel as Punani, and I'm just now realizing it. And it's opened my mind up to drag. Like now when I'm becoming friends with these drag queens, like I see them on a whole nother level. Like when
Yeah.
they're performing, they give like, ugh, that bitch. Like I don't want to be friends with her. But outside of that, they are so much more than that. And I feel
Yeah.
like I'm the same way. I have a stank face in drag. But outside of drag, I am a real ass bitch, if you get to know
Yeah.
me. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I know I rambled, but
No, it's
it was
okay.
a lot
I
to
mean,
unpack.
it was a lot to unpack, but I think it's important to bring awareness to not only the things that your community as a gay man and anybody in the gay community struggles with, but also your fears of wanting to open yourself up to a whole new world like the drag world and
Yeah,
what possibly could happen. I mean, if you experience that as a gay man, what could happen to you as a drag queen?
that part. And that's the scariest thing because, like, I don't know what people hate more, gay men or drag queens, because a lot of drag queens are gay men. So it's like, is it a double homicide kind of thing? And that's a
Nobody
reference.
should be. I know. Nobody should be hated for anything, though. At all. You should just be able to be yourself, whether you're gay, straight, bi, whatever you identify in this world. You are a person, and
Yeah.
no person should be hated, and let alone have crimes against them for just being themselves. Are you joking right now?
Yeah.
Like,
And the thing is like when it
what
happened
is
to
wrong
me,
with the
there was
world?
nothing that I said or did. Like there was nothing. It was quite literally just I got chosen, basically. I was the lucky one.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
And I mean, everything happens for a reason. Like, thank gosh, something that sounds fucked up happened to your friend to where people were on the way to help.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
They
oop. we got cut off, Louie. Why'd you go? He'll be back. She'll be back. Are you there? Can you hear me now? I feel like an AT&T commercial. Give us a second, guys. Sorry, folks. I say so many terms. Okay, where are you, Louie? Poonanhi. That's her name. Are you there? I thought that was gonna work. Uh-oh. Oh no. That means he got kicked out. She got kicked out. Depends on what vibes he was feeling. She was feeling. Here we go. Okay. I see you now.
Sorry. Someone called me. Could you hear me that whole time?
I was over here like an AT&T commercial. Wait till you watch the replay. I'm like, are you there? Are you there? Poonanhi. That's his name or her. Having fun. Anyways.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Don't be sorry. Internet. It's 2026. It's all right.
I put do not disturb on, so we're Gucci now. But where were we?
We were kind of wrapping up about after your, I'm gonna call it an assault.
Yeah, I call it a hate crime. That's a crime of its own. Like
yeah, hate crime, assault, and attack.
Yeah.
To one.
But an attempted murder, no shade.
Literally, because if that ambulance wasn't distance of an earway away, God forbid, you know what I mean?
I would have been the Human Torch from Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but you would have been, I mean, knock on wood, thank gosh that never happened. You would have fought till I got there, though. I know you.
Oh, yeah, bitch. Come here.
Well, you would have been swinging arms. You would have been rolling on the ground if you were on fire. You would have been anything and everything to save yourself to the end. But thank gosh that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Thank gosh your friend's okay. Because
I'm very
really drunken pass outedness is not fun. So guys, be careful with your alcohol, please.
Facts.
So what's been this is a two-part question. What's been the best part of drag?
The best part of drag has been the transformation, but beyond that, it's been the community. Like the community's messy. Don't get me wrong, girl. Like it is messy down boots, mama. But it's just for me. Like I love messy. You know me, girl. In these games, I'm calling bitches out. I'm standing on business. I'm doing my big one. So
Yeah.
I feel that way in the drag community. Like I'm gonna say something and I'm gonna stand on it. If I feel like I'm an anxious ball of nothing and I'm gonna do shit, I'm going to say that. Like I'm not afraid to admit that I'm going to be shit. But when I feel confident and strong in drag, oh yeah, girl, I am doing my biggest one. I'm confident. I'm ready to do it.
And this probably will be the most vulnerable question, if not of the whole entire interview, but I feel like it's gonna be top 3. What's the hardest part of drag for you?
I would say the hardest part.
And be most honest. Don't hold back. I want the community and everybody listening to know.
Genuinely, I would say, like, while I've recognized self-identity, I've also lost a little bit of like my touch in a sense. Like I feel like my life revolves around like trying trying to make people proud and trying to make people like happy and make me basically hype myself up. And I feel like in drag, it's hard for me to hype myself up.
Mhm.
So I rely on everyone around me to build me up. And it just has taken a toll on my self-esteem. Like I feel like I'm losing my touch. Like I just am more Poonanhi than Louie, but I feel more confident as Louie. So it's kind of like this
Yeah.
mind fuck of like it just doesn't make sense to me. And it's not like I'm having an identity crisis,
Mhm.
but I would say I'm having an identity crisis adjacent. And these are
Yeah.
parentheses.
Mhm.
Um,
Do you feel
and
like the two of you don't collide into one just yet? Because maybe
no,
you're too. Do you feel like you're very new to Poonanni? So you feel like a little bit of Louie's being, if I'm understanding correctly, a little bit of Louie's being lost with you finding Poonanni and you're trying to find the center ground between both of them.
yeah, because something like, for instance, Hannah, as I mentioned her earlier, um, she is Hannah. Like the community knows her as Hannah, and it's only her best friends who know her by her real name.
Yeah.
And so, and I'm not going to dox her, even
Of
though if
course.
you know,
No.
you know.
Yeah.
But she basically like is this one person. But
Mhm.
whenever I'm with her, I'm meeting him. Like I'm meeting
Uh-huh.
the person under the drag. And
Yeah.
they are very similar, but I see the difference in nuance, which I learned that word today. Um, yeah, I just that's kind of what I want. I want to be able to like turn it on and then turn it off, but keep the confidence part of it. And I want to be able to merge Louis and my strength and my mindset into Punani where I can do everything. I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna make the most tips. And it's not even about the tips for me, but
No.
I am gonna make the most.
Yeah.
Like it that's how I want to be. And sometimes I don't have that.
Do you feel like it's coming though? It just is a matter of time? Or do you
Yeah,
feel
like just
uh,
to like give a sneak peek, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, no, I was gonna say, do you feel like there's a roadblock or do you feel like it's coming?
So just to give a little sneak peek, I am entering a drag competition called Cutthroat in Houston, Texas, and it's my first time ever. I've only
Exciting.
sewn 3 bodysuits in 4 months,
Uh-huh.
so I have to make minimum 8 outfits. And here's a little sneak peek of what I've been doing.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
I rhinestoned all of this by hand. I'm not going
Oh
to show
my.
too much in case my competitors are watching. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I rhinestoned all of it and
Oh
I rhinestoned it
wow.
as Louie.
Yeah.
So it's kind of been like boring and exhausting. But whenever I'm playing the games, the online reality games, specifically the messy ones, I turn into Punani, and I
Mhm.
even play the games with the name Punani, you know this.
Yeah.
Um, and I feel like whenever I'm doing both, I feel like it goes by faster and I feel like I'm more in touch with it. I feel connected to rhinestoning. Like I'm that bitch. I got rhinestones. Like, and they're mini. Like,
Yeah. I
not that
love
that's a flex
that.
because that shit's annoying.
Um, what do you wish that more people understood about drag?
I wish that more people understood that drag is subjective, but it's also expressive. Like I feel like don't forget to let yourself shine. And
Yeah.
yes, it is important to take everyone's advice and it is important to learn and be a melting pot of everyone's information. And I feel like I have tried my hardest to do that. But what makes me me is that I make my own choices on how I want every single thing to play out. Like, do I want to choreograph this routine or do I just want to play the crowd, play it how I like to play it? And then that's what works for me. Like, I
Mm.
always go into it with the mindset of don't forget that you're doing this for you.
Yeah.
Like the crowd comes first, but Louie comes before that. So the crowd comes second. But I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I love that though.
Yeah.
Um, if Poonanhi could give Louie one piece of advice, what would it be? And why?
It would be, bitch, get to work. Because I can't be clocking in for all these shifts.
I love that so much.
Because, fun fact, like, Louie wants to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And Poonanhi is already an entrepreneur because she sells
Mhm.
herself. Not in that way, fellas. But, yeah.
Love
That's,
it. Love it so much.
I need to get it together. Let me just be real. I need to get it together.
Well, I see us talking, whether it's because we both have OCD, so 3 months from now, we're having a second part two, or this time next year, we're recapping and having another chit chat. I really see you having a whole new light with Poonanhi and Louie merging together. I see you putting in the work and really getting in there and doing what you got to do to get them both merged together and really feel the way you want to feel. I
Oh,
see the fire within your soul. And I'm sure it's just so new and so fresh where it's scary a little tiny bit. But don't be scared. You've got
I
it.
appreciate
You
that.
are such a diva. You're such a queen. And I'm rooting you on. And one of these times, I don't know when, but I'm going to come to one of your shows. I'm going to surprise the shit out of you.
Please. Oh my God, I would love that.
You're never going to know when I'm going to be there, but I'm going to fly out to Texas. I'm going to surprise you.
And then I'm putting together an LRG the next day.
Right? Maybe I shouldn't surprise you. Maybe we should plan it to where you could put the LRG together and whether I'm
Right.
bad
And we can invite
or
some
I'm
people.
yeah, exactly. Let's plan it. Let's
If you're watching and you want to come, hit up Jess.
exactly. Let's do it.
I would love
How is
that.
the weather this time in Texas?
Have you met, well, I know you haven't met because you're an angel, but Satan's asshole?
I've gotten very close, but I quickly reiterated and got really far away very fast. So I definitely, living in the desert of Southern California, know how hot it could absolutely be. But I
Oh,
think
you're
you've
right.
got like 10 to maybe 15 degrees up on me though.
It's
So
probably, what, 98 right now? Or
okay, let's see.
105. My roommate said 105.
Oh shit. It's 99 here right now.
Ugh.
So it depends, but I think you're way more drier in Texas than I am in California.
Yeah, but
We've
never
got
dry
this
here.
Poonanhi is always wet, she says.
Hello. I do say that.
And tight. That too.
Oh, I don't say that. No, I'm
Yes,
kidding.
you do.
I do. I do. I do.
And every time you do, I want to be like, Poonanhi. Oh my
That's me standing on business and putting
exactly.
mine out there, apparently.
Well, as they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. We can't always say what happens in the ORG or the LRG community is going to stay there.
Yeah.
So, sorry for putting you in blast. I didn't mean to do that. But,
I
anyways.
love that shit.
Any last words about Poonanhi and Louie before we move on to some mental health talk?
I just want to say, oh, that was so, so gay. I
Shut
just want
up.
to
No, it was
say,
not.
okay, I just want to say thank
It
you
was
to
Louie. It
everyone.
was so
Yeah, it was.
Louie and
It
so
was. It
Poonanhi.
was also goofy.
Yes.
Uh,
And a
all
little bit
right,
of poo.
right. I want to say thank you to everyone for supporting Poonanhi. If you are watching this and you have seen me, it won't be the last time you see me. And if you haven't seen me, you're going to see me soon.
Clock it.
And
Yes.
that's Poonanhi clocking out.
I love it. Okay, so for Louie clocking out, I need a little bit from Louie now.
All right. So I will just jump right into it.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm going to just be real open. I don't know who's watching or who's going to watch this because I did post the link. So there's potential that people in my circles might see this.
Absolutely.
Um, I was diagnosed originally with bipolar depression when I was younger, but prior to that, I was clearly diagnosed with ADHD, and I have like the highest medication level of ADHD medication. I used to take two different kinds when I was younger
Wow.
because it's just that severe.
Mhm.
And I know it's very apparent, so I just kind of embrace it. But yeah, after that, I was diagnosed with BPD and lived my life trying to take lithium and take mood stabilizers that would help more so with those kinds of moments for me.
Mhm.
And then as I got older, I started to feel a difference in how my emotions were affecting me as well as how often I was receiving them.
Yeah.
And so I was diagnosed with DMDD, which is dysregulated mood dysfunction disorder.
Yeah,
So,
and just so we can highlight real quick, for anybody listening, mood disorders are mental health conditions that cause significant changes in mood and emotional state and can affect how someone thinks, feels, sleeps, functions, and interacts with others. Examples include depression and bipolar disorder. Just so we can highlight a little tiny bit on what the actual, what are we calling this, definition? I don't call it a definition because it affects everybody differently, but
yeah,
what Dr. Google says it is.
period.
So, anyways, continue, please.
So, yeah, dysregulated mood dysfunction
Mhm.
disorder. There we go. DMDD
And
is,
how old were you when you got diagnosed with that?
I was like 21, 22. So I'm 27 now. I know I
Okay.
mentioned that at the beginning,
And
but
real quick in your own words, because I highlighted on what a mood disorder is, can you tell me in your own words exactly what the disorder you struggle with is?
so for me, it's my range of emotions where I don't know if you want to touch on bipolar
Mhm.
disorder and how that might affect someone, and then I like kind of contrast them for everyone.
You can go first, and then if you miss anything, then I'll highlight. I always like to
Okay.
have everybody's perspective.
Okay, period. That's how I felt too. I was like, I feel like I
No,
want to ask you a
please,
question
it's
and be
all
like
about you and how
polite.
you handle things. It's not necessarily about me and like a necessary baseline of things, but mood disorders can be very misconstrued on like, oh, it's just somebody being emotional. It's just this, it's just that. And I wanted to make sure we had an actual definition in here.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make sure that we also highlighted on the exact definition of, I've never actually heard of your disorder. I'm not going to lie. So I would love to learn a little tiny bit more of exactly what it is and how it affects you.
Okay, well, can I actually like read the actual definition
Yes,
and
yes,
okay.
please do. That is what I had to do because I'm like, I don't want to say anything wrong.
Okay. Let me see.
And then I can actually highlight on bipolar disorder too. You said you're bipolar too, huh? Because you're more manic.
Yes.
You're more depressed than manic, huh?
Yeah.
Have you ever had a manic episode?
Yes. So
Oh,
I'm having
okay.
one right now. No, I'm
Oh.
definitely not. But I definitely was borderline having one earlier, and we will not be getting into that because I
Right.
did, yeah, need a second from that.
But that's what people
But
don't understand is it can come and go very easily on certain situations. It's triggered.
exactly.
It's very triggered.
So I do have the definition, and I do want to make clear that DMDD is a childhood mental health condition.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, the way that my psychiatrist had, I guess, doctor, sorry, my psychiatrist had explained it is she doesn't think that I have BPD. She thinks that I have something under the umbrella of DMDD. So,
Got it.
because BPD just wasn't hitting the mark for me. It
Yeah.
just every time we talked, it just wasn't clicking with her.
But it's
So
often that you can have symptoms of this one and symptoms of this and symptoms of that, and unfortunately, you're cursed with, like, all 3 into 1.
yeah, and
It's
that's why she
fucking
said
sucks, but
DNDD. Like, we're just gonna case close this for right now.
yeah.
And I do see a new psychiatrist that I am trying to figure stuff out with. She's in the same boat. She's like, I cannot figure this out.
Mhm.
But it is a childhood mental health condition marked by severe, frequent temper outbursts and chronic irritability.
Oh,
So, whenever you asked the question of, is it more, what did you say? Depression or
mania.
mania?
Mhm.
For me, it's neither. For me, it's irritability. It's the frustration, the anger, the stress, the triggers, like I mentioned earlier, like things for me affect me so fast and so
Mhm.
quick that that's what makes it difficult is
Ooh.
I flip a switch and I'm 100 like immediately. And I will say that that is quite
I
literally what
relate to
happened
you
earlier.
so much right now. I really think you need to look up the symptoms of borderline personality disorder.
I I want to like
I don't
give
wanna
that.
label you with
No,
anything,
no, 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 no. I'm
but
not
I feel
taking it
like
as
it
that.
could be a mix of a couple different things. And with borderline personality disorder, once you figure out what's triggering you, you can really nip the anger and the, like, in the
Mm,
butt.
it's
So
so hard
you
though.
exactly, but you have experienced firsthand when we've played in a game, and we talked about this before we went live. Someone triggered me in a game, and you said, "Just breathe," and you stopped this person from triggering me in the game, like in the moment. You recognized the symptoms, and you helped me right there in the moment because you kind of you already knew me. I was very open about my honest, you know what I mean? Like I don't hold back. I'm not
Oh
sugarcoating. You
yeah,
know
my
what I
girl
mean?
gets down.
I don't look it, but once you piss me off, Mama Bear's coming out.
My girl gets down.
But that is a symptom of borderline personality disorder is you get very triggered, you see red and you poof, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It might just be something to look into. Not trying
Yeah.
to label you, but any resource is a resource. And the only reason why I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder is because I went to Dr. Google one day after recognizing a symptom of mine. And I went to my psychiatrist and I said, "Hey, I think I might have this and it's scary." And she went through the checklist, and lo and behold, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder 1 and borderline personality disorder as well.
I mean, it's definitely something I will look into.
I mean, and there's nothing wrong with you. It just
No,
means
no, no,
you have
no. And
triggers
there's
that are
also
going to set
nothing
you the
wrong
fuck
with
off.
having a mental like
No, not at all. And it's
disorder.
it's
Yeah.
it's scary though. It is
Yeah, there's a
absolutely
stigma
terrifying.
around that, and
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I don't think anyone is crazy. I don't think
No.
anyone is psycho. If
No.
I call you crazy, it's because I think I'm crazier, and I know that it's going to trigger you,
Mhm.
and I'm waiting to be triggered sometimes. And that's also where, so the irritation, yes, but I also, where it gets tricky, I also kind of trigger myself a lot. Like I put myself in a lot of situations almost purposely to get triggered because I'm looking for an outlet because I hold everything in. So it's like I'm suppressing all of my sad and not happy. I'm actually a very positive person,
Yeah.
but more so the sad thoughts. Like I just lost my grandpa and I cried for 3 days and I haven't really thought about it since. And when I talk about it, it's very fast like that.
Yep.
So
You're able
I
to suppress that emotion and just move past it very, very quickly.
exactly. And I feel like that is a big thing for me is I kind of want to trigger myself and
Do you feel
that's
like when you do sorry to cut you off,
no,
but
you're good.
when you trigger yourself in these moments, is it something to fulfill something you're missing?
Um,
Or is it to fill a void or is it to make you happy?
it's kind of to fill a void, and the void
Mhm.
is that like sad emotion, like because it's so beneath me. And the only time I cry is when I'm alone or when something really bad happens.
When you're in your bedroom
And
or the bathroom or your car, huh?
Yeah, I don't like crying in my car because then other people can see me.
I'm a bedroom or a bathroom, but I've recently learned my windows are extremely tinted and no one can really see in my car. So sometimes I just put on a really sad song and I'll be crying on my cars in my car
I'm
driving.
dead.
I drive a lot. Like I'm a mom and I've told you before I drive an hour one way 4 days a week. So it's about 10 hours of driving just to get my daughter to school and back and pick her up from her
Jeez.
dad's and stuff. So I'm always in the car, and I was in a car accident in 2024, and that's what kind of led me to getting diagnosed with all my mental health disorders because I suffered such bad PTSD because I was in a car accident one day, had to go to work 4 days later, had to continue to take my daughter to school, had no time to recover. When I eventually finally did have time to recover, it was discovered that my back and my neck were not aligned and my spine was curved to the right. So I had to go through an intense it was like 3 weeks of 3 days a week appointments just to get my back and my neck back aligned. And like chiropractor, like it was insane. And
I
so
hate that happened to you.
I mean, that's why I'm so like Nate. Shout out Nate. Hey Nate. He was recently in a car accident. And that's why I'm like, Nate, go to a chiropractor, please, please, please. Because if I didn't go to a chiropractor, like they never would have done x-rays and figured out what was wrong. Yeah, and I don't even know what would have happened. You know what I mean? But
Jeez.
car accidents cause a lot of stress on the body and the mind as well. So to anybody who's been in a car accident, if you're still suffering, please get some help. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not your fault. It's just an accident, literally. That's why they call it a car accident. But I think for the first couple weeks after my accident, I was really ashamed to get like help. I thought it was my fault, but it was never my fault, you know.
And I'm so glad you are where you are now.
Exactly.
Because you honestly, like, watching you have, I call them moments, because we are the moment and we have moments. So watching you have your moments and then you watching me have my moments, but we're very connected. It's almost like we're both protecting each other in moments where we're having our moments.
Yeah.
And like, I know if I were to ever cry in a call, God forbid, if someone ever got me to that point, because that's the emotion I don't show is crying.
Yeah.
I know that you would message me, you would stand up for me.
I would stop it before I ever got there.
Yeah.
I would never let you get to that point.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Just as you never let me get to that point. You stopped it before I got there.
Yep. Because
you're like, Jess,
I said, Jess, we're not having that.
No, and you told the other person to literally kind of shut the fuck up.
I did. I said, you're not going to do that.
Like,
I think I said, if you need to argue with Jess, you're now arguing with me. Jess, please mute.
And I muted, and you handled it from there, and it was literally like 30 seconds of just like a little tiny back and forth banter, and then everything was healed from there.
Yeah, I was like, one at a time, you're gonna talk.
And she said what she had to say, and then you were just like, that's blah blah blah, and then I stayed off mute, and then we moved forward.
Yep.
Like it was just ridiculous. Because it almost like she was trying to say something to set me off.
Period.
And that's just the unfortunate part is I think people recognize triggers the more you play the games.
Yes.
And the more honest you are. And that's why playing and being so active on social media and my podcast, it's a little nerve-wracking just being an open book, because I'm like, I don't ever want someone to use what I say
against
watch it and use it against me in a game, because that's just bullshit.
That part.
You know what I mean? Like when we step into like the ORG world, okay, there's playful banter, there's people teasing each other, there's tension, there's drama. But at the end of the day, nobody's winning money in these kind of games. You know what I mean?
Not all the games.
Yeah, not all the games.
There's a game this Sunday for $100.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But shout out the fake bitches.
Yeah. Did you say fake bitches?
Yeah. Shout out the fake bitches.
Yeah. I mean, I hate that we have fake bitches out there, but we do.
Yep.
Oh man. So let's jump right back into our mood disorders. As you can tell, we both have ADHD, and sometimes we're gonna get off topic, and that's why we have our wonderful guides to keep us on track.
Facts.
So there's a couple questions now that I know how you are and a little bit more about you. I don't need to ask because I'm like, meh, 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 don't need those. What's one misconception about mental health you wish people would stop believing?
That everyone thinks that therapy is the solution to mental health. I think it's a stepping stone into a journey of mental health.
Yep.
There is no cure for mental health. There is no amount of medication you can take to be like, quote unquote, and I hate using this word, normal. Like, I hate the word normal. And
Mhm.
I just feel like there's this,
Or stable.
yeah, there's this idea of you have to do this exact treatment plan for it to work. And it's like, that's not what's going to work for me. Because if it worked for me, I would be, quote unquote, good, like stable. And that's not the case. So I feel like, yeah, my
do
ADHD
you
struck.
do you feel like a lot of people call you dramatic, even though you're not really dramatic and it's just your emotions?
Yes,
And it's just
100%.
a trigger and it's just how you're feeling in the moment and you're like misunderstood for those feelings a lot more than
Ex-
you want to be?
yes, exactly.
Do you feel like you wish you could express what you're feeling and why you're feeling it in those moments, but you don't know how to? Or do you
Yeah,
feel like you're able to?
I feel like I'm 50-50 on that one. Like, it
Mhm.
depends on the situation slash the environment.
Or do you often not recognize what's happening until later when we all do this if we suffer with bipolar disorder, we overthink way too much.
Yeah.
At least I could say it for myself, but it's a very, very common symptom. And we ruminate a lot on our conversations we have with people. So
Yeah.
when you ruminate on conversation, is that when you often recognize what happened and why you felt that way? Or are you able to recognize it more in a moment?
Oh no, right in the moment. I'm
Okay,
very aware of
love
how
that.
I feel, and I'm not aware of my level of feeling.
You're
That's
not
what
aware of
I,
the level.
yeah, like
Okay.
I know why I'm mad, but I don't know how mad I am, and that's why I snap because
I
I
mean,
just
at
let my
least you
body go all the way.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very aware of like how I act, and it's really bad.
So, do you want to give an example of something maybe recently, either in your personal life, in the ORG life, or whatever you want to give an example of where you snapped and said something maybe you didn't mean, or it just kind of you sensed a blackout? I often, if I'm triggered and I have so much going on in my mind as a bipolar woman, I get racing thoughts when I'm triggered and I can't settle them down until I've had a chance to process my feelings and think about them. But if someone presses me in that moment, I'm gonna say something I don't mean. And if you know me and you press me, fuck you for doing it because I've laid down my boundary. But
Hmm.
if you don't know me, respectfully, I give you a chance after the fact, and I always recognize when I say something I don't mean. So, like, how are you feeling about the last few months of something you may or may not have said something where you really didn't mean it whatsoever?
Um, let's see.
I'm sure there's so many examples. I could think of a few myself where I'm like, fuck, I wish I didn't say that. But
Literally.
um really, I think the most important thing is medicated or not, these moments are always going to happen.
Yeah, I feel like I actually have one that comes to mind, and it does involve like getting in between me and my boyfriend. Sorry, my cat is like doing something. My roommate's
I
cat,
was like, is it
because
your
I don't like
boyfriend
cats.
or who are you looking
No.
over at?
Um,
Are you making sure the air is clear before you speak? No, I'm just
right. No. So my boyfriend and I, we were talking to like two of our best friends, and
kidding.
we had gotten into a disagreement, all four of us, and I like my boyfriend had said something to me, and I have a really, really, really hard time hearing people out and taking advice.
Mhm.
and he had said something to me. And the way that I kind of snap is that I shut off and I know, like, kind of how to disrespect someone. And
Mhm.
so all I said was, anyways. And like, I knew in that moment that that was so disrespectful. That was honestly like me ignoring him, but letting him know, like, anyways, moving on. Like,
Ooh,
that was just
yeah,
rude and not
the short
okay.
and sweet answer.
Yeah, and then there's times where, like, just to relate it to the ORG community, someone had tried to accuse me of being a specific kind of person when in reality, like, there was zero intention of that, and everybody in the room read that vibe. But for some
Yeah.
reason, there was still this intentionality with the words being said on the other side, and it was a harsh intentionality. And so I got harsher and I said some really, really extreme things, not like cancelable or anything. And you can't cancel
Yeah.
me. No, I'm kidding. Um, but yeah, it was just, I can't really say too much on the words that I said because, yeah.
No, it's okay. I mean, I think you've said enough to where people can understand that you said something you didn't mean and you wish you could take it back. And I hope the person's listening and that they understand that maybe they understand you a little bit more outside of the game in a way they
Right.
never have before.
Well,
And
I'm like cool with the person, like low
right.
key.
Mhm. And I hope that maybe that person will reach out to you, or maybe you will have the kahunas here in a couple days to reach out and hash the beef. We all know in this LRG and the ORG community that having beef with people just fucking sucks. Because you go into every game, you're like,
Gotta get
you
you
know,
out now.
you're like, the second this person gets power, I'm screwed. You know what I mean? And that just kind of takes away a little bit away from that kind of like fun of the game, but it's gonna happen. But it is an amazing community to be a part of. So if anybody wants to play any of the games you are hosting in the future, how can we find you and how often do you host? And tell me all about it.
So I host once every couple of weeks, maybe once every 2 weeks if I'm feeling like it. Lately, I hosted 2 seasons of The Winning Wheel, my original format based around Big Brother, but with 8,000 more twists. And like I said earlier, Just was season one winner and season two winner. Shout out big motherfucking CT.
ACT.
Um,
You're lucky I couldn't stay around to play because I would have won round fucking two.
period.
Sure.
But yeah, you can hit me up on Instagram or TikTok at POOHNANI underscore or period. I can't remember.
Let me look it up real quick. Don't say that.
PURR.
Wait, let's look it up. Let's look it up. So we have confirmation. It is. Oh my gosh, why is this taking forever? It is a dot.
Period. Literally. So it's POOHNANI period PURR.
Yes, love it. And I'm always playing. I try to play any and every game that Poonanhi hosts because he is an amazing host. He will put you in your place real freaking quick. But he will also host an amazing game, and you never know what's to be expected. And I look forward to playing the next game that you host. And speaking of, here's a little surprise for you. Are
Oh
you
God.
ready?
Yeah.
What do you think of collaborating and co hosting a game together?
Oh, I'm so down.
I've been thinking about it. I'm like, it's so easy for me to talk on camera and talk to people, but I
I'm
don't want
so
to host a
down.
game alone because I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I have a lot of different ideas. So I think it
Oh,
would be fun to collaborate and let's stir some shit up and fuck the ORG community up and let's make it a really fun game.
period. I'm so down.
And you could be like, I mean, if anybody sees this, they'll know I'll be co hosting, but you could be like the the host, and then he can slide me and be like, here's your co-host, Princess Jess.
Yes, that would be so fierce.
And as you know, she's a mess, so expect a messy game.
We'll have to come up with an original format. Maybe girls versus boys.
Ooh, how fun.
Or
you recruit the boys, I'll recruit the girls.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Something fun. And then we can't make it just a one series. We have to do something similar. Shout out to Nate again. Like how he does like a fusion.
Yes.
Let's do something because that's where my brain goes. I'm like, I keep seeing all these games, but every time I play a wheel, I'm like, I want the wheel to say this instead. So I got so many twisted, wicked ways. So just stay tuned. Maybe one of these days you'll see Poonanhi and Jess host a game together.
Yes.
And it's gonna be live streamed. It'll be so much fun and so messy, and I can't wait. So when I first asked you to talk with me, one of the things I asked you was, what would you want to talk about, and what do you think is most important to be talked about in the mental health community? And you said it being medicated versus unmedicated. So I really want to bring a lot of awareness to that. As someone who has been medicated for mental health over the last year, I recognize such a huge difference in my personal life of everything that I'm able to do and accomplish and how things go versus before. If I have a lapse of a week or two in medications, it's insane and crazy. So I do want to turn the floor over to you a little tiny bit. What is your opinion on mental health medication? And I know that's such a huge stigma. So why do you think that people can feel so ashamed for taking medication and so judged for that as well?
So my big thing is that I feel like a lot of people struggle with mental health, and they have the stigma that they don't.
Yeah.
And I do personally feel like medication is a good way to go, because I've noticed a lot of good changes and like very positive effects in my life that outweigh the nausea or, the occasional TMI diarrhea, if we're being real. But yeah, I can get over that. And I feel like a lot of people have to grasp the concept. Even if you're not diagnosed, you should still talk to a psychiatrist and see if there's anything that you might have a deficiency in, whether it's your body, your brain, whatever. It's important to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Literally on all levels. And I can completely be one of those people who say that, like, the whole brush under the rug kind of method. I spent so much of my life brushing everything under the rug until I no longer could. And that's when all of my mental health conditions really started coming out of the rug, when I no longer could keep things intact. And that took about 20 years from my first trauma, my first big trauma, for it to start kind of unraveling. Once I had my first miscarriage, I really started unraveling, and then my car accident happened, and the rest has just been never ending from there. It took auditioning for Big Brother to kind of figure out what was going on with me. I never really talked about the things I went through and how they affected me. I always held it internally and kind of, as we call it, self-talk. I did a lot of self-talk about the things I went through and always told myself everything happened for a reason. I don't know why things have happened to me, but I'm a survivor of sexual assault. I'm a survivor of domestic violence. I'm a survivor of suicide. I'm a survivor of a traumatic divorce, all these different things for a reason. And when I first started watching Big Brother during my burnout, I really kind of had a light of like, I'm meant to be there. I don't know why, but this just makes sense for me to end up there, because I've never watched Big Brother before until I was in the middle of my burnout. So the fact that like I went through a burnout, healed from my burnout, started auditioning for Big Brother, then went through a process of like, something feels off. I need to go to therapy. I made a therapy appointment, and my husband, one day when I was like, hey, honey, I'm going to be in the Big Brother house this summer, and I'm going to be missing you so freaking much. I'm going to be singing songs in the back of my head, dancing around the kitchen, making my food, and just know I'm going to be missing you. And he's like, have you ever done hallucinate drugs? Like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, nothing. I just feel happy. And I had already made an appointment for myself because I noticed something wasn't right. So the fact that this had happened 4 days before my therapy appointment was just kind of like the light at the end of the tunnel of like, something's not right, but we're going to get answers. There's nothing wrong with me, but at least here we are. And I went into that appointment thinking I just had ADHD. And turns out I had anxiety, PTSD, ADHD, along with bipolar disorder. And it was about 3 weeks after that initial appointment that I had opened up, like I'm telling you to go on Dr. Google. It's scary, but I had did it because I was just so interested of what was going on with me. Because I was like, once I figured out, okay, I have anxiety because of these reasons. Oh, I'm bipolar because of these reasons. Oh, I have PTSD because of these reasons. I just had so many answers that I just kept kind of searching for more because I didn't feel completed. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I was like, it just kind of seems like there's a little bit more. So I went on Dr. Google, and my specific symptom I Googled was, why do I not see myself the way other people see me? And the symptom and the way everything connected online was bipolar or borderline personality disorder. And then it came up with your fear of abandonment, your I literally Googled all the symptoms so I could tell you. Hang on. I was like, I want to pull them up. Fear of abandonment, unstable relationships, unstable self-image, impulsive behaviors, self-harm, and suicidal behavior, because I was already a suicidal survivor, and self-harm of putting myself through like alcohol addiction, and I am a gambling addiction survivor and all those different kind of things, extreme mood swings, chronic emptiness, intense anger, stress-related paranoia, and disassociation. But the one thing of me being like, why do I not see myself the way other people did, led me to borderline personality disorder. And then all the other symptoms untailed when I went to my therapy appointment. And so everything just kind of makes sense, because now it's like borderline personality disorder cannot be managed with medication. I mean, it can be dimmed down a little bit, but it's not going to be cured with medications. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same with bipolar disorder. Like, it's not going to be cured. It's going to be managed. You know what I mean? Like, these conditions are never going to be cured. And so I really went down a rabbit hole of researching every single possible medical, mental disorder I possibly could, because I felt clueless. I'm like, if that's wrong, maybe this is wrong. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe this is wrong. So I just really went down a probably 3-month manic, as you can call it, episode of just researching everything I possibly could. And it made me realize that I wasn't alone in what I was going through. And I wanted to start my podcast in June of 2025, but the cards didn't align because I got my first big girl job, as I would call it, where I worked 9 to 5 for the first time, Monday through Friday. And so I worked that for about 5 or 6 months, and then I got laid off. During the middle of like working and getting laid off, my dad was assaulted. And so I kind of focused more on my dad and getting him maintained and, well, you know what I mean, taken care of, and then had to focus on myself again. And I finally got a job again. So now here we are, kind of getting everything back in line. But being medicated versus unmedicated has been such a huge life-changing part of my life. My dad was diagnosed in 2009 with bipolar disorder, and I never wanted to like accept or admit that like something could be wrong with me. You know what I mean? Like, the stigma is like, I didn't want to like even talk about it. Kind of brushed everything off of the rug, being a trauma survivor, like literally when that moment was happening. But looking back on things, I wish I would have addressed a lot of my symptoms sooner, and a lot of things I was struggling with and going through way sooner. So with everything you've struggled with and what we're currently, I feel like I'm cotton mouth. What you're currently struggling with. Not a cock in my mouth. Cotton mouth. Sorry. Have to lighten that mood up real quick. What do you wish you could look back on your life and maybe address?
Sorry, not cock in my mouth is crazy. I didn't even hear that until you said it. Then I went back in time and I'm like, she did say, but you didn't, obviously.
I did, but as you're like, as I'm still talking, you're like, wait a second, pause.
I'm like, where is this going?
You know me, I have to break shit up with laughter sometimes.
No, for real.
So, with everything that you've struggled with in your personal life from a young childhood, as you've kind of touched a little bit of life on, to your adulthood and coming out as a gay man, to becoming Poonanhi, to you now have had a significant loss of your grandpa in your life. You've just got a lot going on in your life. How do you stay on top of everything? What advice would you give people? What do you want to talk about? Because it's a lot you've got going on, and I feel for you.
I would say I really don't have it together. Drag is kind of the coping mechanism for right now because I'm working on outfits and it's keeping me busy.
Yeah.
But advice I would say is definitely, as I said earlier, go to the psychiatrist. It is very important that you connect with a mental health professional. I am very grateful for my amazing, handsome boyfriend because thanks to him, I reconnected with the psychiatrist and have gotten the help that I feel that has led me in a positive direction. It's very important that you do that. And I would also say to be genuine to yourself and not only others. Like, treat yourself how you would treat others and take care of you. Like, I'm going to say personality, but it's not the word I'm thinking of. Your confidence. Take care of your confidence.
Yeah, and who you are as a person, and make sure that you're always the center of everything that is going on in your world. Because without a grounding of who you are and what's going on in your own world, you can't love other people and you can't help other people and you can't create a community within a community within a community. You know what I mean? All those tenfold type of things. One of the most important things that I think we've struggled and have kind of talked about is when you struggle with things, who you can turn to besides yourself and besides the things that you've seen you struggle with and the people around you struggle with. What's the biggest thing you've struggled with personally that shaped you into who you are today as Louie and as Poonanhi, whether that's together as one or individually?
I would say honestly, having 18 jobs. Like, it really has like given me a different perspective in a whole lot of different roles. I've met so many different kinds of people, so many different people in general, and I feel like that's a big part as to where I got my outgoingness from because I did sales jobs. I did like the floor sales. I did customer service. I've done fast food drive-through. I've done management. I was a lifeguard. I've done a little bit of everything. So I feel like I'm a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
And it's kind of provided me like it's funny in a sense that I've had 18 jobs and it's giving me that personality of like, yeah, I've had 18 jobs. Like, it's a fun fact, and I know it sounds stupid, but it also is like a big part as to where I'm at today because I've been at the same job now for 4.5, almost 5 years.
I
So
love
like the growth is there, and obviously I had 17 jobs within 23 years of my life, damn near. But yeah, that's one thing for sure.
Oh, well, what is something you're still learning from yourself and about yourself?
How to accept things from others that aren't monetary,
Mhm.
like advice, as I mentioned earlier, or tips and tricks, or their side.
Yeah. What's something you're learning to let go of?
To let go of.
Yeah.
Um, the hate that I have.
Hate in general or hate for particular people or
For just things. Like I feel like I'm such a
yeah.
like fucking hateful ass person. Deep down, I feel like because someone called me out on it today, I'm gonna be real. And like
Yeah.
it did click with me. But mind you, it was a hateful ass bitch calling me hateful. So
Right.
twins, me and my twin and them. Um, so I feel like that's definitely a big thing. Like I want to be able to be more open and less hateful.
Where do you think that has come from or resonated from?
Well, just to be real open, like something I haven't really touched on is like my family. I
It's
have
okay.
fully
If you
called
get
my
emotional,
mom.
it's okay.
No, I feel like I'm gonna get angry.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh my God, I'm about to come out, Louie. What do you need to prepare for?
yeah,
Okay.
I feel
Say what
like
you need to say. No judgment here. You're safe.
yeah, I've straight up called my mom like miserable to her face. Like I love her so much, but the way that she acts is I see myself in her and she's just to like the next degree. And I feel like my brothers are very similar in a sense. And then my grandparents are more mellowed. So I've always had like that calming energy.
Oh,
But it's,
interesting.
yeah, it's been very much like
So where do you think that
hostile.
energy from your mom could have came from?
I think it's like a ladder.
Okay. So do you think something maybe happened to like your grandparents and they passed it down and then
Well, her parents are like got divorced before I was even born.
ooh, and that's not common in that decade.
Yeah, and they're Jewish as well.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense right now.
yeah.
So, her parents got divorced before you were born. Are your parents still together?
Yes,
Okay, and everything's good there?
sure.
As good as it can be.
Yeah, as good as it can be.
How do your parents feel about you being Louie as a gay man and Poonanhi as a drag queen? How do they feel?
They love me,
As
and
they
something
should.
that yeah, like they love me, they love everyone around them, but they treat everyone kind,
Yeah.
but they've always been very opinionated on certain people. Not like this isn't like a race thing or anything like that. I'm just being open and honest about things that I've kind of grew up around. Like my parents are, and this is not like a bad thing to anyone, but my parents are Republican, hardcore Republican. My whole
Yeah.
family is. And I'm the only
And I-
person I don't really identify as either, but I'm
right.
definitely not a Trump supporter. And
And
they
I'm sure
are.
that's
That's
hard for
where,
you.
yeah, because that's where I draw the line. Like, I won't be friends with Trump supporters
Mhm.
on that level. Like if we're coworkers and everyone goes to hang out, sure, I'm cool with that.
Well, you'll be happy to know I'm a neither. I hate politics and I try to stay out of that world. I love everybody and everybody, no matter which way they. I just kind of
Period.
am that way. That's the best way it is to say it for me. I don't vote. I just believe in it. I just believe in politics.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
not
mean,
sorry.
and on that, like I used to
It's
not
less of a
vote.
stress for me.
Yeah. On that though, I used to not vote. And like I've researched a little bit. I am definitely far from in touch with politics, like very
Okay.
far.
I'm
And
not a
I
politician.
don't even know who the
Maybe
candidates
it's just
are.
me, but I
Like,
uh, I feel like I do more power within these conversations on my podcast than I could ever do within the political world.
yeah, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion,
Yeah,
period.
exactly. I'm like, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Like, not gonna lie, like, I'll ask someone who to vote for because I don't know who to vote for, and I'll fill the darn ballot out. But I don't pay attention to it. I
Yeah,
don't obsess over it. I don't spend my hours and my time watching the news. I try to focus on other things that I actually feel like I could make a change in. And this is
yeah,
one
that's good.
talking to someone like you with so many different walks of life and so many things to experience. And with that being said, what the most life-changing thing besides what we talked about with your hate crime and maybe losing grandpa that you think you experienced that has been most life-changing for you?
Honestly, not a lot of life-changing things have happened.
Besides those two.
Yeah, honestly, I
Okay.
wish, but for positive,
I mean, out of the two, which one do you think affected you the most?
definitely the hate crime.
Yeah. And that was a few years ago, correct?
Yeah, more than 5.
How does it feel now?
I mean, I feel fine. I just do not like being in straight male-dominated spaces, i.e.,
Mm.
tire shops, mechanic shops. Um, Honestly, I have a problem going to the grocery store.
You do.
Yeah,
How do you handle that in everyday life then?
I don't.
What do you do for groceries?
I don't.
Louie!
Yeah, I pretty much DoorDash everything.
For
Yeah,
DoorDash, like, do you DoorDash groceries to cook or do you DoorDash, like, just pre-made
sometimes.
meals?
Sometimes.
Is it hard for you to even have, like, oil in your house?
No, I
Okay.
have a roommate.
Right. I just didn't know if, like, having, like, olive oil or, like, vegetable to cook with would be a trigger for you because I could imagine, like, even the sight of any kind of oil, which I imagine my mechanics and tire shops might trigger you, like
Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. It's not. It's not the places necessarily. It's the people. It's the straight
Right.
mail of it all.
Okay. Why grocery stores, though?
I just it's honestly anywhere. That's just the main one I can think of. I
Mhm.
just like to know that there's other queer people there, and I can't like 100% guarantee that at a grocery store. So, like, I've felt more comfortable going out where my boyfriend lives, even though I've only done it like once or twice, because he lives in a predominantly gay neighborhood,
Yeah.
Montrose, Houston. Shout out to y'all. Um, so yeah, that's where I feel the most comfortable, and hopefully I'll be able to move closer. But for now, I'm just in this like limbo. Even like haircuts, I just got my haircut for like the first time in like
Really?
5 months.
I couldn't imagine living that way, being so scared just to be out in the community.
Yeah, and no one knows except
Wow.
for like obviously like the closest of friends.
How do we break you out of that feeling?
That's something that I'm working with my therapist on.
Someone to talk
Like,
to me. Like,
I I appreciate that.
who it is, you know what I mean? And I'm one of those people if you can't tell. So if you need heard to, please know you can like message me anytime. But like I couldn't imagine not feeling comfortable going to the grocery store. I have social anxiety, so when I go out in public, I more so come home worried or I'm in public worried about the way I come off to society and worried about saying something wrong to hurt someone.
Okay.
So I feel like it's very much so different than what you're going through and how you're
Yeah.
feeling in public. And I feel like
Mine
that's
is physical. That's the best way I can explain it.
physical how.
like physical anxiety. Like, I don't like being near straight men.
Mhm.
So it's not more so a social thing. Like, I'll talk to a straight man. I have no problem with a good amount of them. But
Yeah.
when I'm like surrounded by a group of them, it just like sends me into like shock.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry you have to live that way.
Yeah, I appreciate
That
that.
has to be so incredibly hard. And I mean, let's throw some reality TV in here to lighten the mood a little bit. You
Yes, please.
had to open up to Angela about how he was feeling being in the house around so many straight men, because he literally kind of said exactly how you're feeling. Like, I'm not used to being around this many straight men. So is that kind of
hmm
how you feel in everyday society? Do you relate to Jason? Like, let's kind of open up the Big Brother world to Jason a little bit. Like, shout out to Jason.
Yeah, I definitely feel that way for sure. Like it, and that's what it gives, honestly. I don't want to be around them necessarily, but like I will tolerate it if I really have to, and it will be with at least one of my friends, if not my boyfriend,
Yeah,
because no one's checking my boo.
exactly. And how long have you and your boyfriend been?
We'll be 2 years, October 29th.
Oh, yay. How did you meet?
Um, we met on Instagram, but then we
So
met
cute.
in person at one of my pride parties. But
Oh,
we weren't flirting because he was in a relationship and we were just trying to be friends, like grow as friends. Fun fact, I actually was fully talking to someone else at the party and we tried to give things a go and it just wasn't working out. And so we, him and his partner ended up breaking up. And a couple months later, we started like hanging out and then made things official in October.
oh, and so how far do you guys live away from each other? Because you briefly mentioned him a little bit far away and you might have to move there. So how far away is that ideally for you?
About 35, 40 minutes.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Not at all.
And that's mutable for you guys to see each other and maintain a relationship. And so are you in that?
He makes it worth it.
Oh, I love that so much. Do you see like a long thing? Do you ever want to get married and maybe adopt and have babies together? Like, what you thinking? I know you're young, but I just gotta ask.
Well, he has 2 more years to propose. That's the deadline.
Okay.
So yes, marriage. Yes, we want to get a house. We want to live together first. So I think we would
Okay.
get an apartment first. And then I want 12 children, but I know he's only going to want like two or three.
Did you just say 12?
Yeah, but I also have always said that I want to be able to have as many children as I can afford because I'm more than likely like open to looking into adoption. And so,
Children. Like your B degree, and then what does your boyfriend do for work?
he's a social worker.
See, got it pretty well together. Like if it were
hmm
to happen, like you're both pretty independent. When things come together, you'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
easily. Space them out like far enough to make sure like the older ones can babysit the younger ones.
Right, exactly.
You have to do it like cheaper by the dozen style.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And you have to make me an auntie, please.
Exactly. Of
I'll be
course.
the auntie that comes in like twice a year and puts them all in
Period.
check. Oh my goodness gracious. It's been so much fun talking to you.
Thank you
We
so
have
much
gotten
for
to
having me.
know, of course, we're not done. Just if you have a few minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we've gotten to know you on a personal level, on a game level, on a post level, on a Poonahni level. But have we really gotten to know Louie deep down under all of those skins all together? everything in between. Do like 20 questions with me real quick.
Okay.
Quick, easy, rapid fire questions. All you have to do is give me an answer real quick.
Okay. And just so you know, you keep going in and out just a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. What is your favorite food?
Pork chops or seafood boil?
You can only choose.
Seafood boil.
Okay, now what's your favorite part of the seafood boil?
The crab legs.
Oh, so good. Comfort movie.
You said favorite movie?
Yeah.
Suicide Squad.
Favorite TV show.
The Challenge.
Morning owl or night owl?
Night out. But neither.
What? Are you a middle of the day person like me?
Yeah, I don't like to
11
do the whole.
a.m.
Yeah, I don't do the whole waking up early, going to bed late. Like if I'm going to bed late, it's because I'm playing an orgy or I'm watching a movie with my man.
Love it. What's your dream vacation with your man?
Oh, with my man.
Money's not an object. Just what is
Okay.
your dream vacation?
Well,
And
by myself, it's Mykonos. With my man, it's Paris. Or Thailand, actually.
By yourself or with your man?
With my man.
Mine would be, and I'm so place challenged, but wherever they film Lord of the Rings movies in the Hobbit house,
Oh, period.
that's where we would go if I ever had money, because he is a huge Rings fan. He has seen every single edition, extended, non-extended, etc. So I would take him there if I ever could.
Oh, I love that. You're so considerate and thoughtful.
But I'm like, if I'm gonna take my man on a vacation, I want to make sure it's something he enjoys. That way, like, we actually enjoy it.
True.
What is something that instantly makes Louie or Poonahni both laugh? It could be inappropriate if you want.
I would say people falling, or like people like stubbing their toe, or people like falling backwards out of a chair or something, which I've done all of those like 100 times.
I love that. What's something that always makes you happy?
Reality TV or my man.
If you could only watch one reality TV show for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Bad Girls Club.
Ooh. Strategy or chaos?
Chaos.
Loved or feared?
Feared.
Biggest green flag?
My loyalty.
Biggest red flag?
My disloyalty. I'm just kidding. My biggest red flag would be my mouth.
Makes sense. No offense. But we have each other's back on that one.
Period.
If you could be on any reality show, what is your dream reality show to be on?
House of Villains.
Ooh. And besides your boyfriend, food, and any necessity in life to live by, what is one thing you can't live without?
Other than reality TV, I would say that's hard.
Right? Hardest question of all. Because you're like, duh, I couldn't live without my boyfriend. Duh, food. Duh, the toilet. Duh, this. But like,
no, literally.
what could you not live without? Out of all those like necessities of life, like what would it be?
Okay, I'm gonna be stupid. I'm gonna say creative expression.
I was gonna say music.
Oh, music is good. I can live without
Right?
music, but I
I
can't live without
can.
Sam Smith.
Did you say you could live without music, but not Sam Smith?
Yeah.
So you could live without music.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they can just kind of hang out.
Right? We could be like on the beaches of Fiji, and like one side of the island is like Louie's like music.
But
Hey, if you lose, you get to go here and experience all this music.
literally,
But if you stay and you survive, you have to go live in the trenches.
with no music.
Which one do you want to do, Louie?
I'm going to
Trenches
the
for me?
trenches.
I would trenches as well. So, I want to end with a little something different. I
Okay.
haven't really done this before, so and Poonanhi, I'm addressing both of you because I feel like you are one within the same person, even though I know you don't feel that way yet, but I see it coming. You have both experienced the highs, the lows, the struggles, the lessons, and you found different ways to express yourselves, both Poonanhi and Louie. So if someone's currently going through a hard chapter in their life where they feel lost or they're struggling to believe that things better or be better, what is one thing you would want them to hear today?
That if you let it out, then you can let more in. And when you let more in, it will be positive. And if it's negative, you just keep letting it out until what you let in is good for you.
Man, I think that was like one of the most beautiful answers I ever could have expected.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna throw you one more. What is thing you are letting of after today's conversation?
I am going to let go of my, I guess, guilt for holding back.
Holding back on what?
Just being true to myself in the sense of like I am a gay ass bitch who is a drag queen, who has a man who does online reality games, who will cuss a bitch out and then hug them right after. Like I just want to let go of
There's no guilt in that.
holding back. Yeah.
Absolutely. So out of everything that you've lived through within the reality gaming world, you've already talked about something you can let go of. What is something that you've learned the absolute most, whether it's about yourself, Poonanhi, or just the world in general? What's the most you've learned from?
Honestly, how to make friends again.
Wow. What a beautiful answer.
Because like as you get older, you forget what it's like to start over and make friends because your friends become your coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
And so outside of my coworkers, I don't really have a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so the ORG community, while everyone for the most part lives in a different city or state, I have gotten to meet two people. Shout out Davion, shout out Anthony. And Davion actually had an episode on here and comes to support my drag. And like we're bonded for life now. And
And to be
so it's
fair, I
definitely
didn't know that they were such a huge part of the drag world when I first interviewed them, and I'm gonna have them back on for part 2. So stay tuned for
period.
that. Yes. Because that was like the one part where I was like, there's so many people in the community that are part of the gay community, that are part of the transgender community, that are part of the oh my god. Help your world. Do we call you? I don't want to be offensive. Drag queens?
Oh no, yeah, drag queens,
The
drag
drag world,
performers.
drag performers. And there's also people who are just everyday walks of life. You just never know who you're going to meet when you step into the communities. And it's so important to remember to be kind to people. I mean,
Yeah, for
step into
sure.
these games and fight and do what you gotta do, but just remember everything you say can and will probably be at some point or another.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you're breaking a law kind of scenario. But because sometimes you don't always need someone to fix everything. Sometimes we just need someone to help us remember that we will still always be there. We're always growing and that our story's not always over. So, your story is so far from over. I'm going to leave the floor to you to have some final words out of everything we've talked through today. We're going to end it with you. So I have to say, Poonanhi and Louie.
So, as Poonanni, I'll start with saying that first off, you should come see me live. I'm a badass bitch, a good ass performer. I'm funny, I'm cute. Um, I am appreciative of this conversation in regards to Poonanni because I feel like I'm able to look at her a little differently. In regards to Louie, I feel that I've been able to express myself openly without judgment. And if you bitches want to comment, just let me know and I'll pop up. No, I'm kidding. Um, I am thankful. So thank you so much for having me. I love everyone who has made it this far. Sorry that I ramble, and put me and Jess together and we will talk for hours.
Oh my gosh. That is just one of those things. I am just looking at the comments real quick. I don't know who this is, but shout out to STFIEES. Yes, I know that MFR is right. She is a ride or die that sister. I don't
Wait,
know.
say it again. Who
I
is
don't know
it?
who they're talking about. Oh gosh.
Is it on YouTube?
It is on YouTube. You
Can you
can
pull
check
up
in
the
the
video?
comments for yourself. STEEFIEES. Do you recognize that username?
Steffi's.
Steffi's, apparently.
Are they still here?
I don't know.
But thank you, Steffi's.
But they said, I know that MF is right. She is a ride or die. That's a sister. I don't know who they're talking about.
I
But they
can't even
chimed in
see.
on the chat. So just to let you know, that was your little response of the day.
Well, thank you, Steffi's. I can't even see you. That's making me sad.
And
But
give a shout out to our ORG community because you know they're all are playing in like 3 different games right now. And
yes.
that's the only reason they are not here right now. But you know, all those MFers are going to be tuning in and they generally watch it to the end. So let's end it with some Poonanhi Louie vibes for our ORG community. Let's go, Louie.
All right. Well, I'm fucking Louie, better known as Poonahni Per, because that's what the fuck I do. I'm a bad bitch from Houston, Texas, and I've had a great time talking to everyone about mental health, as well as who Poonahni Per really is, as well as who Louis Cantu if you're nasty is. And big shout out to you, Jess, for always being a real one and so kind and sweet to me, and in moments where bitches are hateful. And yeah, I appreciate everyone. Love you guys so much.
All right. And as always, be kind to one another, as Julie Chen meant. Can you say that last name for me?
Julie Chen Moombez.
Thank you. I can't pronounce that to save my life. That's why I've never done it on my show before. But as she says, be kind to one another. You never ever know what someone could be going through, what they're living through behind the smile, behind the ever living, you know what I mean? You just never know what someone is going through. But as I like to say, and I'm sure you know my catchphrase, Louie, would you like to say it with me? Peace,
Love.
and buttercups.
Oh, and Buttercup.
Yes.
That's so cute. I love
Peace, love,
that.
and buttercups.
Oh.
Live, learn, and let go.
I love that. That's so cute.
So that's why I want to go like this. It shows both.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I have glasses.
Oh,
So I'll do it with you.
wait, show me what does the glasses mean? What does your tattoo mean?
Because I just have always been known for wearing glasses.
Aw,
So it's a little
I have
memorial.
glasses too, but I want to get LASIK so bad.
Me too.
It's not as scary as you think, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my mom got
about 2 days to like recover. It's just like $5,000. That's all.
Right.
So if anybody wants to sponsor us and give us like some money,
buy mine first so I can make sure it works.
Right. I'm totally okay with Louie being the dust dummy. Sponsor Louie first. And then Poonanhi could be, does Poonanhi wear glasses?
No.
How do you see?
I wear contacts.
Oh, okay, because I'm like, I would be so blind. I feel like I would fall on my ass if I had to dance like you do, like without glasses.
Oh, best believe. Some queens do. I respect
Oh my
you.
gosh, I could never. Well, I respect you, and I cannot wait to meet you in real life to give you the biggest, gigantic squeeze hug in the world.
Yeah.
Because I love you so much. Thank you for sharing everything that you've shared. And any last, because this is the third time that I have asked. I have to do everything in threes. Any last final words for everybody watching? You got 2 people here right now.
For the 2 people here, thank you for being a loyal ass bitch for a loyal ass bitch. No shade. Okay, anyways. Yeah, again, thank you. Love you all so much. And I will be back. And maybe I'll be back in drag one day.
I almost messaged you and be like, can you please dress up as Poonanni for the interview? But I knew that was probably going to take a lot more than like.
Oh, I paint so slow.
Exactly. So let's plan a part 2 where you come back as Poonanni and we will talk so much more.
Perfect. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being here. And then to anybody watching, please be kind to Please be kind to one another and love one another. And peace, love, and buttercups. We'll see you on the next show. Bye, guys. How do I exit?